The Science of Eternal Happiness. The Science of Eternal Happiness. This film is not meant to propagate the preaching of any particular sect or religion. The objective of this film is to share the knowledge, vision and experience of Param Pujya Dada Bhagwan with the maximum number of people who can benefit from this science, regardless of class, creed or religion. Circumstances and time have come together such that you are present here to watch this film. Because this film is dedicated to all those who yearn for permanent liberation from all sorrows and pain. And for this, they have taken steps on the path of self-realization, but the experience of self-realization has until now eluded them. This film is also dedicated to all those who are willing to take this path but are looking for the right direction, acceptable to them. And to those too who hesitate to take their first steps because they think that the journey is too rigorous and tough. As the sun rises, the early morning is filled with the holy sounds of prayers.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय.
The goal that we all cherish is to live a peaceful life, free of all worries. But what is happiness really?
Well, if my husband is well educated, then he can make good money and then I have a good life.
Serving the people, that give me a more happiness.
Having a party, going to movies.
I really love doing ice skating, ballet, all kind of fun.
Having all the technology at my fingertips.
Getting married. Things like buying my first house.
Success in any endeavor that I embark on, particularly with my career.
Money makes me very happy.
Success in the workplace.
To achieve happiness and peace in life, we work hard. And to make our future happy, we take support of many religious activities according to our understanding and faith. But what is the end result of all this? Is this happiness permanent?
Well, not really.
But I haven't experienced it yet.
But I don't think I find permanent happiness.
Every time I've had happiness, it has never lasted.
No, honestly, I don't think there's any permanent happiness.
I've been looking for it for all my life, and I can't find any permanent happiness anyway.
Sometimes our happiness becomes the cause of others' sorrow. Sometimes our gain may be loss for others. Also, at times, the happiness derived from worldly things, due to changes in circumstances, becomes the cause of our sorrow. Still, knowingly or unknowingly, every living being has a natural desire to attain permanent happiness. But is it possible to attain permanent happiness? Happiness that never goes away and is same for all. And what is that eternal thing that can give us eternal happiness? Who is the one experiencing worldly joy and sorrow?
I got no idea what it is.
Tricky question, but I'll have to look into it.
It's a hard question to answer.
I don't know.
Yeah, but these are very, very big things.
Many such questions remain unanswered. Doubts unresolved. And we accept that joy and sorrow are only a part of our routine life.
It's like part of life. It comes and goes.
Not to say I wasn't happy, but it comes and goes.
Those who know to reason and argue, who believe only in knowledge and science, instead of being satisfied with such explanations, they kept trying to understand the science of permanent happiness in every situation, in different eras. Some of them succeeded and attained completion and showed that path to this world too. But after them, as time passed, the hidden meaning and an internal deep-seated intent of the original enlightened one was lost. Because of countless interpretations, all based on individual viewpoints, that science became obscure. But the darkness does not stay forever.
अंधारा कोटि वर्षना पळसाठमा उलेचशे टंकोत्कीर्ण ज्ञान अभेदना ज्योति स्वरूपे प्रगटशे.
My dear, don't you feel sleepy?
Bah, these bugs bite me. Don't they bite you?
Yes, they do.
Then why don't we kill them?
Oh my dear, these poor bugs eat their share and go away. Do they come with the containers to carry away extra food? Let them eat and go.
But what if they bite us?
My dear, this body is such that whoever comes, they must feel happy. And none should be hurt through it. Do you understand?
Yes, Ba.
The name of the child is Ambalal, the younger son of Jhaverba and Mulji Bhai Patel of the village Bhadran in the state of Gujarat, India. He was born on November 7th, 1908, in a small village called Tarsali. He was quite adorable and everyone's favorite, but a little mischievous. One day,
Son, why did you hit him? He was bleeding.
But Ba, he used foul language.
But the poor child doesn't have a mother.
So what?
Who will nurse his wounds? That poor boy must be crying. He must be in so much of pain.
Yes, Ba.
Is it right to hurt anyone? My son, from today onwards, decide one thing. That others may hit you, but you will never hit back. If someone hits you, I will take care of you.
Really?
Yes. Do this much for me.
in this way, Mother instilled the importance of non-violence in childhood.
You will never hit back. Whoever comes, they must feel happy. Is it right to hurt anyone? Do this much for me. You will never hit back. Whoever comes, they must feel happy. Is it right to hurt anyone? Do this much for me.
That day onwards, Ambalal, though born with Kshatriya traits, never hurt anyone, even mentally, throughout his life.
Boys, today we will learn LCM, lowest common multiple. LCM is the smallest indivisible number that is present in all the given numbers.
Sir, I have found God from this definition of LCM.
What are you saying?
Aren't these people like numbers? The indivisible soul that resides in all is God.
He had a profound understanding of spirituality even in his early age.
Oh, look here. Your kanthi is broken.
Yes, Ba. Let it be.
We will have to go to our Guru for tying a new one.
No, Ba. I don't want to tie another kanthi.
Oh, but you must. Otherwise, you will be called Naguro, the one without a Guru.
I don't mind. Oh, Ba. Guru is the one who enlightens us, the one who shows us the correct path.
He did not like any kind of restriction. Like all of us, many events passed by in his life, but the way he viewed the situations was quite different. He could draw unique inferences from ordinary incidents. At the age of 16, he was married to Hiraba. During the marriage ceremony, the turban around his head slipped to his eyes, and he could not see Hiraba sitting right next to him. At that time, it occurred to him, what is the end result of this marriage? One of us is bound to become widowed one day. What amazing thoughts of detachment even on such an occasion. At the age of 19, he became father to a son, and 1 year after that.
Here, have some sweets.
Sweets? What's the occasion?
You eat first, then I'll tell you.
Okay. Now tell us, Ambalal.
You know the guest who had come last year has now left.
What are you saying, Ambalal? Your son?
Yes. They are nature's guests after all. We should be happy when they come, but also pleased when they leave.
After a couple of years, a baby girl was born. She also passed away within a short time. But the same understanding prevailed. Even in his married life, he adjusted so well with Hiraba that there were never any quarrels or even differences between them. After marriage, Hiraba lost one eye to glaucoma. But Dadashri stood by her steadfastly through the life. He was in the business of constructing jetties and earned a lot from it. Still, he stayed in a rented house throughout his life. He used only 500 rupees to meet household expenses, while the rest was used for the benefit of others. He took many people to pilgrimage with his own money. He upheld a principle all his life that religion can be applied in business, but there should not be business in religion. He used to say that everyone puts in hard work, but income is earned according to one's merit, karmas. And therefore, money should be spent for good causes. Even in business dealings with his partner, he maintained extraordinary purity and never let a dispute arise between them. Even while performing all these worldly duties ideally, his heart was always in search of the ultimate truth. His constant endeavor was to find scientific explanations to questions such as, how does this world work? Who is the real doer? And then, one day, on an evening in the month of June 1958, at about 6 o'clock, on the busy Surat railway station, Ambalal was sitting on a bench on platform number 3, waiting to board a train. When suddenly, within an hour, the universe, with all its mysteries, unfolded in front of him. He understood and experienced the laws governing the universe. Answers to all spiritual questions revealed. Nature created a phenomenal wonder. Spontaneous self-realization occurred and manifested a supreme and unparalleled Akram Vignani, Param Pujya Dada Bhagwan. After the self-realization, his ego completely melted. The Lord within became completely unveiled. Anger, pride, deceit, greed, attachment, hatred were destroyed completely. And the ownership of mind, speech and body completely renounced, disappeared.
At Surat station, at about 6 p.m., I was sitting on a bench, and in just 1 hour, my entire vision changed. I saw the whole universe. What is God? Who created this world? Who runs it? Who am I? How are karmas built? What is liberation? And on that day, my ego dissolved completely.
Despite being in the midst of all worldly relationships, his chit remained one with the Lord manifested within. After the Gnan, Pujya Dadashri's only desire was, may the whole world experience the happiness that I experienced. As a result of this inner intent, he attained such power that he could impart this ultimate experience of the pure soul to others also within just 2 hours through Gnanavidhi. Gnanavidhi is a scientific experiment in which a line of demarcation is drawn between I and my. The pure soul is separated permanently from the relative self, and as a result, one experiences that I am a pure soul.
Was actually that I was feeling separate from what I used to be. And this was a very good experience, and I still have that every day.
That from the next day, I felt myself separate and the body separate.
And I realized that whatever is happening to Bhanu and not to me. I am pure soul.
One also understands who is the real doer in this world. By applying this understanding in daily life, one remains at complete peace in the face of all problems, internal or external. The Gnana changes our belief that other people or circumstances bring us happiness or cause us sorrow. It becomes evident that all problems and their solutions lie within us.
After getting Gnan, my stubbornness was decreasing and I was becoming more easygoing and finding my own faults instead of looking others.
And after the Gnana-Vidhi, when I went back home after, in the car with my husband and my son, we all find our mistake, which before we were finding the mistake of others, now we were finding our own mistake.
Nothing changes in the outside world. The same family, same office, same life. But with the correct understanding, one experiences eternal bliss.
But from the very next day, I found that somebody had taken a big load off my head, and I was very light.
I feel the love, I feel the separation and the total freedom. No?
Ke divado, dada ye pragatayo, he divado, amar thaye re. Divado, dada ye pragatayo, he divado, amar thaye re. Divado, dada ye pragatayo, he divado, amar thaye re.
Param Puja Dadashri used to say, this is a science. Science means that which you don't need to read, memorize or remember. But it'll be present automatically. You can experience it constantly. It will work by itself.
Before Gnana, I was taking BP blood pressure tablets, and now you won't believe I'm not taking no more medication because the tension's gone, worry's gone, everything.
After Gnan, the fear
which I used to be afraid all the time, was gone completely.
After Gnan, I can very well see that my purity from inside has really increased a lot. My thoughts have improved.
He also used to say, "The path that I have walked and experienced is the same that I show you." Because in science, regardless of who does the experiment, or where or when it is done, if the process is accurately followed, the outcome is the same. The unique path of attaining self-realization is mentioned in scriptures as Akram path. Kramic path means rising higher spiritually step by step, and Akram path means an elevator or a lift path, a shortcut. Self-realization, which is so difficult to attain even after striving for countless lives, is so effortlessly obtained here with the blessings of Akram Vignan, a spiritual scientist who desires nothing, not disciples, not money, not even credit for this wonderful science, who has infinite compassion for every living being, who is completely detached in all his worldly interactions, whose simplicity touches people's hearts, extraordinary brilliance in his eyes, whose innocent, pure smile melted strongest egos, innocent as a child, unshakable as a mountain, fathomless as the ocean, brilliance of the sun in one eye, coolness of the moon in the other. To those who refer to him as Dada Bhagwan, he always said, "The person you see in front of you is not Dada Bhagwan. He is A.M. Patel. I am only a Gnani Purush. Dada Bhagwan is the Lord of the 14 worlds who has manifested fully within me. He is within all of you too, but not manifested yet. Whereas here, within me, he is fully manifest."
This is out of the world. So ask anything. This is not from books. This is as seen in my vision.
In Pujya Dadashri's unique one-on-one question-answer sessions, people found lasting solutions to all their queries, whether spiritual, religious or interpersonal.
We don't know that. I don't know that. By fact, God is not created of this world at all. World is the puzzle itself. God has not puzzled this world at all. Only scientific, circumstantial evidence here. I, with my is Jiv. I without my is God. This is not my body. This is not my speech. Who is speaking with you? Original tape record is speaking with you. Original tape record. This is the cashman.
Using simple, everyday examples, he conveyed the most profound spiritual science. His language was such that everyone, from a small kid to a religious scholar, could understand and relate to. He never gave spiritual lectures. Instead, His speech would flow freely while giving solutions to people's questions. He was not a preacher, he was a guide.
There is a veil of ignorance over the soul. It is not able to be expressed. It is like a 1,000-watt bulb covered with a pot. If you make one hole, that is partial revelation. Understand?
In this way, Param Pujya Dadashri travelled within India and across the globe, sharing this knowledge and imparting self-realization to tens of thousands of people. He helped people attain permanent liberation, eternal bliss till his very last breath. On 2nd January 1988, in the city of Vadodara, Gujarat, Dadashri left his physical body in a state of complete awareness and bliss. But many people experience his subtle presence even today in the form of Gnani. More and more people may continue to attain this Gnani and attain the permanent bliss in the world. For this he had planned beforehand. Puja Niruma surrendered herself at the lotus feet of Dadashri and served him continuously for 20 years. She reached the pinnacle of spiritual progress by following Puja Dadashri's agnas with single-minded determination. Puja Dadashri bestowed Dr. Niruben Amin with special spiritual powers to impart self-realization to others.
Dadashri had said, in Deepak Bhai and Niruben, Dada Bhagwan will speak from within you, will say whatever you want.
With Dadashri's blessings, Puja Niruma continued giving spiritual discourses and imparting self-realization to millions of seekers all over the world. Warm, affectionate, simple and profoundly knowledgeable, everyone who came in touch with her experienced her pure love and motherly affection. Freely, with open heart, people could ask questions on any subject and get their doubts resolved. Such satsangs found tremendous response the world over. Everyone could instantly relate to the questions being asked as if they were his own.
I've read that there is no beginning and no end to this world.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that we are here in the first place?
The reason why we go to hell and the reason why we go to heaven, couldn't it just be the way we live this life? And
we're all part of the same soul, which is Christ, Christianity. Where does personality comes in, individuality?
Why good people suffer in this world?
How do you live without desire?
La atracción sexual fuera de la pareja.
How do you manage the attraction other than your husband?
You know, why is there so much diversification in religion? Why is there so much differentiation?
How do you distinguish your thoughts from your intuition?
How can you reach the self?
I wanted to know, what is karma exactly for you?
What is the difference between the philosophy of Dada Bhagwan and Vedanta?
How is the other person going to know that you're sorry for what you did?
What is the process, or what happens? Do I learn something? Where do I go? Where does this Atma go?
Puja Niruma worked tirelessly to introduce to the world this extraordinary spiritual scientist and his science, which, after ages, opened the path of ultimate liberation for all of us. During 20 years of uninterrupted, devoted service to Puja Dadashri, Puja Niruma recorded each and every word that he spoke and compiled this unparalleled speech as it is into various books for the world to cherish for years to come. Even today, Dadaji's spiritual mission is progressing with equal zeal through Gnani Puja Deepak Bhai, Puja Niruma's spiritual colleague, and who, like her, has been personally graced by Puja Dadashri.
Now I am certain that Deepak Bhai is ready. I have decided that Deepak Bhai will begin to give Gnani, the spiritual knowledge.
Puja Deepak Bhai dedicated himself to Puja Dadashri at the tender age of 17 while still in college studying engineering. The same brilliance in his eyes, innocent smile, modesty in speech, and the same all-encompassing Gnani. One feels it's Dadashri all over again.
This is total spiritual science. Just like soul is eternal element, matter is also eternal element, and combination of matter and soul, phases occurs. Here we are not changing any bad things, we are not living bad things, we are not adopting good things. We know what is reality directly. So after finishing all these things, we have to come towards reality. And here we are giving you direct reality. So no rituals, no religion, and everything is bypassed, and directly you come to pure soul.
It is our tremendous good fortune that this path to ultimate liberation, to eternal happiness, is still open.
I'm very glad and very grateful that I've had the opportunity of being here. Kal Gyan Vidhi vi attend kiya, and this morning when I woke up, I was feeling so good that I was so calm.
My anger was at the top. I used to go to the office and I used to throw files to the clerks. The day I took the Gnan, from next day, my anger was gone.
And after I took the Gnan, to my surprise, in 2 hours' time, my whole thinking changed. The teaching is so simple and very scientific.
And then I received Gyan Vidhi. I realized that this veil was gone. It was just this immense relief. This is what it should feel like to be, to exist. Very simple, yet very, very profound.
Would you explain further the difference between religion and spirituality?
In religion, there are so many rituals are there, and we have to follow, we have to do something. We have to leave bad things, we have to adopt good things. In religion, while in spirituality, we are living doership only. We know who is the real doer. This is the biggest difference between spirituality and religion. In religion, there are so many sects and everything is there. While in spirituality, oneness with everybody. And so biggest part is doership, it goes away here. So we should not adopt good things, we are not living bad things. Bad and good both are temporary, and we get realization of permanent thing.
You say this is the path of purity. What kind of purity is observed here?
Purity about money. Everybody, they are spending their own money. They are not using donated money. Donated money is used for public only. Then purity about sex, celibacy. They are intent to practice celibacy. And third, about ego or say pride, whatever they are doing without expectations. So this is 3 types of purity over here.
Do you become our guru, or should we take you as our guru?
Here, I am not your guru, you are not my Shishya, because I remain in pure soul, you are also remaining in pure soul. Which pure soul is guru, for which pure soul is Shishya? Because we are really one level.
Hundreds of thousands are experiencing this eternal bliss. Then, why should we miss out?
Could you explain the difference between the step-by-step path and the Akram path?
In step-by-step path, you have to leave your worldly things, attachment for worldly things. Here, this is a total different path, like elevator. No detachment for any worldly things, just bypass everything and come to directly to pure soul. Direct realization of pure soul with the grace of self-realized person is a Akram mark, Akram path. So enlightened candle can enlighten another candle. Here is an enlightened candle. You have to just come here and get enlightenment over here. So come and light your lamp. Jai Satchidanand.
Our deepest desire that the whole world attain this permanent happiness. Jai Satchidanand.